Okay, so that's the intro rhythm to Workin For MCA by LYNYRD SKYNYRD. We're gonna have a B power chord. We're gonna go from the D to the D flat. Some tabs will tell you it kind of splits that chord like that, but I don't know, it seems like both power chords move to me, so 5 to 4, take that pinky on the 7 of the big string, the E string, kind of down towards the 4, so it's, and then by the time you get down to the 4 with that pinky, you got to go on the A power chord, so we got, and then we're going to hammer into that B note, 2nd fret of the A string, E power chord, and a hammer on 2 to 4. Now I've seen it done with 2 to 5, but they both kind of sound good, but I think it is 2 to 4. So we have back to that B power chord, to the A once, and then 2 to 4 in the A, back to the E power chord. So 2, 3, and. Okay, and when that's going on, you have a second guitar part going. Okay, so it's 9 on the A string. It's a little chord, the 2 7s on the bottom strings there. And then we have a 7 6 on the D to that 9 on the A, so kind of a staccato 7. And then a 7 to 9 to 6 down here in the D. And then back to 9 6 one more time, and then you're back to the. So this one holds that note and doesn't have as many notes. So both parts again, we got 3, 4, and. Little pinch harmonic on that sometimes. Okay, so that goes on for a little while, and then we're gonna have the change. Okay, so we have like a F sharp power chord notes. We have 2 4 4 4. We got a 2 on the D string, slight bend a little bit, 4 in the A, 5 and 2 on the E string. So all in the F sharp minor pentatonic scale there. So this one we went down to the G string, 2 to 4 back on the D. Then we go back to the first one. Now this last one, go to that 2 on the D again, and then go to that 4 in the A to the E power chord. So okay, and then there's an octave one of that. And you can do that on the 9th fret here on the A string if you want. 9, 11, 11, 9, 11, 12, 9. 10 on the 2nd, 9, 11 there. And then here we'd have, you go to the 10 and the 11, then a chord of these 2 9s here. So the last one is 10, 11 on the G and B strings, 9s there. Okay, now you can do that up here like I started. That's 14th and 16th frets with the 17 up here. Down to that 14 on the G. Now here you could go. You could go to the 14 and 13. But it's kind of like easier to have that over here, so it might be better to go up here. I think I did see Alan Collins do it way up here, though. And he would even hit some whammy bar stuff as he's holding out some of these last notes. Like, wow, wow, wow. There is another rhythm part in the song where there's like a breakdown where it's like. Right, big build up. That's just the F sharp power chord. It's like 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a bow, and then they're back into the main thing. Okay, so in the intro, let's go back to the intro. There's a second guitar part where we're doing this rhythm. Right, when we're doing that, there's a second part, and this is at the very beginning of the song when the band comes in. It's like, and hits this 9 and 11. So it's 9 on the D, 11 on the G. Then hits again. And then this time it slides down one and back. And then it hits one more. And then we have a little lead that starts. So we got, that was 11 on the G, to the 12 on the B, and then a hammer on 10 to 12. So that's a 1.5 step bend down to the 10. 7, 10, 7. You could hammer it or you could slide it. Sounds kind of cool sliding. I think he might have slid it. Here we had the 9 on the G string, up and down, pull off, and then 9 to 9 on the D. So we had 7 there, a couple bends on the 9, so it's. Two bends there, and then same riff, and then. So that was 7, 9 on the G, 7 on the B, back to the 7 on the G, 9 on the D. So that whole lead one more time, we got. Okay, and that happens again later in the song too, that same little solo. So moving on, we've got some fills and some verses. There's a fill that comes in there. So you bend the 7 on the G string. Kind of like 4 hits or so, and bend it down to the 4 down there. So it's like. Something like that. So there's a slightly different way to do this main rhythm as well. It's like. You get that kind of upstroke right there. Or you could even be like bass the chord. Adds a little thing in there. Okay, now we have a little solo by Gary Rossington. It's gonna go. So we got kind of aim towards the 15 of the 2nd string or so, and then we're gonna go to the 7th fret of the G. So it's like. So 7 to 6, back the other way, 7 to 9. 9 on the D, so. Now we have a pull off, 9 to 7 on the D, to 9 on the A. So slide into the 9 on the A, and then 7 to 7, 9 on the D. Pull it off, and then bend it up twice. Down to the 7, and then. Okay, so the whole thing we got. Let's back in. Okay, there's one more fill. It's just like this other one we had on the 7, but it's like on the 10 on the 2nd string, and it goes down to the 7. Okay, now there's a fill in the chorus. We got. Okay, so that's a fill that happens in the chorus. 4 and then to the 2 on the G string there, and then 12th fret of the E string. Kind of bend it up and then hit it normal. Couple bends there, hold it. And then there's one more fill to think about. It's like last verses or last chorus. It's like 10 up, down, 7. And you got your 10, 9, 7 to the 9. Okay, so that's part 1 of Workin For MCA by LYNYRD SKYNYRD. It's kind of a feedbacky type thing, but you can slide into the 15th fret of the second string to get the same kind of effect. And then we have 7 on the third string, and then 9 to 9 going down those different strings. 7, 9 on the A to 7 on the D. So then we're gonna have a rake down this minor type of triad shape. 9, 7, 6. So we're raking down to that 6, back to the 7, 9, to the 7. Let's look at that again. We got. So 9 to 10 to 9 to 7 to 9 on the D, and then we got. So that's 7, 9 on the A, 7 on the D, back to 9 on the A, 7 on the G. So go down the D string, that 9, 7, and then we got A string 5 to big 7. So we got. Now we have a new part. So we have 2 5s on the A, 7 to 9 on the A. We got a 7 on the D, back to that 9, 7 on the G. Quick hammer 7 to 9, pull off 9 on the A. So we got back to that 7 on the G, hammer 7, 9, hit a couple more 9s, a little pull off at the end. So we got. And then new part. Okay, so let's look at all that we got. We wait a second for after the 1. We have 7 on the G. Pull off 10, 7 on the B. Back to that 7 on G. Bend the 10 on the second string. Little 7. Bend up and down 10 on the second string to the 7. So 10, 9, 7, 9, 7 on the G. Then we have a bend on the 9. Let it come down. Go up to the 11, do a 1.5 step bend. So 7 on the G, 2 9s on the D. So then we have 7 on the G, pull off there, and the 9, 9 on the D. Give those a little bit of a artificial harmonic thing. So let's go on back a little bit. We got. So we had string, pull off, 9 to 7, 9 on the A. Bum, bum, bum. Big 5, 7, and then 5 on the A, big 7 in back. 7 to 9 slide on the A, 7, 9 over here, and then 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 9, back to 7. So let's listen to that. We got. Okay, so now we're in the next part of the solo. So we go into the 11 on the G. We have 10 and 12 on the B. Back to that 11. 11, 10, 11. Little 10, little bend. Then we have 10 to 11, and we get into a series of repeating licks. So 10, pull off, 12 to 10 on the second, 11 on the G. So it's like 8 of those, and you end with a bum, 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 bum. Now we're up to the 17th fret for the high stuff. We're gonna go second string, 17. We're gonna bend that up, the 17 below it. Try to give it some vibrato right there. So it's just up and down, pull off, 16 over here. So watch your tab on that. You got. Okay, so boom, boom. Then we're gonna go pull off. So we have 2 slow ones here, and then we get faster. And then we're moving up high, 14, 17 on the first string. Bending that 17. So bend, 17, 14. Bend that 17, 14 to 15. Back to those notes. And then. So it's 15 on the second, and then 16, 14 to 16 going down. So from the 14, 17, we got. Okay, we're getting towards the last parts. Okay, so 14, 17, then bend it. So da 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 da. So da da da, bend. 14, 15, 14, 15, and then we're gonna slide into that 15 from 1 fret below. So 15, 16, 14, 16, 14, 17, and then 16 on the D, and then 11th fret chord there, F sharp. So 11, 11 on the D and G. Then we're gonna bend this 9. Hit that a bunch of times while it's bent. 6 on the G, 9 to 9, D to A, and then bum, 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 7s to 9. So bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 9, 7, 9. And then we have our last riff of the solo. So 4, 2 on the G, 4 on the D, 2 on the G, 4, 2 on the D, and then 3, 2, 0, big 2, whammy bar going down on that open. So we got. great Ed King on the guitar solo on that one, Working for MCA, Lynyrd Skynyrd. I got one more lesson I got to get to eventually, and that would be the outro solo where they're like... All right, this is the outro solo from Workin For MCA by Lynyrd Skynyrd off the second album, Second Helping. So this is a double solo in unison by Alan Collins and Gary Rossington. So I'll play it for you and then we'll break it down. So on the live album, they go right into I Ain't the One right after Working for MCA, which opens the show. Okay, so let's take a look at this lead. We got... So we're going to go into the 7th fret of the 2nd string and hit that twice. And then we're going to hit 7 to 10, hammer on, and bend that 10. And then we go 7 and then 10 to 7, pull off. Hit the 7 again. So we have a bend on the 9, on the G, up and down, pull off, to the 7, back to the 9, then 9 on the D. So once again. So do-do-do-dee-do-da. So we bend the 9 on the G, hit the 10 underneath it. Okay, so once again. And then we go. Hit the 10 on the 2nd string and then bend it. And then 10, 9, 7. We're going to bend that 9 on the G, so. Bend the 9, then do the 7 on the 2nd. And then 9 to 8 to 9 to 9, going down the strings there. So. And then we're going to go. So we have bend on the 9 to 2 7s on the 2nd string. Bend again, 7, 10, 7, 9. So. And then 7, 9, 7. Hit the 10 and then bend it. So once again we got. Okay, then we have a new part. Okay, so we're bending the 10 on the 2nd string and then 2 7s down here on the 1st string. And then. So basically the same thing we're doing on the other ones, just with different notes, you know. So. 7, 10, 7, and then 10 on the 2nd, little 7. So then we're back to the 9th on the G string. Up and down, pull off, 9 on the D. You can kind of hit that 7 there at the end of that. So let's look at it all again. We got. So this one we slide into the 11 on the G with the middle finger. We're going to hit 2 10s on the 2nd string. So 11, 10, 10, back to the 11. big wide bend on the 12, step and a half bend, two of them. 10, 12 to 10, and then we have this riff. Okay, so that's little 7, and then 10, 7 on the next one, 10, 9, 7, to the 9 on the D, 7, 9, 7 here, back to that 9 on the D. So it's kind of a slide down. They're going to come up here, the 14 on the 3rd string. Okay, so we're going to have bend and then 2 12s, bend, 12, 15, 12. We have bend to 12, bend to 12, kind of a slow bend on that 14. So now the next one. Okay, so it starts the same. And then 12, bend the 15, back to 15, 12. And then we're going to go into the 16 on the 3rd string and 15 on the 2nd string. And then we're going to get into this double note thing where we bend the 17 on the 2nd string with the 17 not bending underneath on the 1st string. So okay, so we go bend, bend, down, and then go to that 15. And then back. Okay, so and then we're gonna go. Okay, so we go to the lower note on that second one. So it's that's the first one, and then that's the second one, and then so we just keep hitting the bends. 1, 2, 3, and then do the riff. Same thing for the second one. And now we're going to go to the high note. So that's little 17. After that same 16 to 15. Down to the 14. So it's. Okay, so this part again. Second half. 15 to 16. So same type of thing where it adds hits on these parts. And then the last one. Okay. And then they go into I Ain't the One. Okay, so I'm going to play the solo for you one more time. Okay, so that's the intro of I Ain't the One, Lynyrd Skynyrd. We start out with this little slight bend on the 3 of the A string with a 2 down here in the G string. We're muting the one in between, so we got. And then we pause for an 8th note of the next measure. We're gonna go. And then we repeat this little phrase. We got the octave of the A, and it's the 2 over here on the G string, it's octave. We're gonna go 3 to 4 in the A, and then back to that octave thing. And that's a riff we're gonna do 3 times. So it's like rest. Okay, so we did it 3 times, then we're back to this rest. 3 more times. And then D to E power chords here, 5th to 7th off the A string. And then there's a little lead that comes in, and we have a rhythm here that goes like this. So A power chord, and then A, bass note, 3 to 4 in the A, back to the power chord. So it's, we hit the C power chord twice, and we go, just 1 G power chord, then C, C. And then we get into these chords, 7s on the D and G, to 5s, 1 extra 5s, and then a 7s to 5s on the A and D strings. So we got, okay, so the whole beginning we got, starts. Okay, so the verse is going to be kind of the same stuff, except for instead of 2 G's, we're going to go a couple pull-offs there. So it's going to go. Kind of hit a 1 note G there instead of the chord all the time. Give it a little bend kind of thing. So we got. Those 7s and 5s again. So here we come up to the D chord, 10th fret, big strings here, power chord. So we kind of hit the chord or the bass note a few extra times. So you can go kind of bump, ba-da, and then hammer, hammer, 10 to 12 in the 2 big strings. So we got. So 10s, 9s, and then you can go to the 12s or the 7s. 7s on the DG or 12s on the A and D. So we got. So this one goes dum da da hammer hammer da 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 dum to those bigger 12s. 10s to 12s on those lower ones. Okay, so the verse we got. Back to the A. Now we're to the E. We got. Okay, so that's big E string. Hit it once and then hit it twice. Pull off 5 to 2 on the A string, and then followed by the E again. So. And then a 4 to 2 pull off. Slight bend kind of on that 3, 4, 2, 4. So it's. So this one just has the 4 to 2 without the hammer on in there. Third one's gonna be the same as the first. Now this fourth one's gonna go. We'll go to the open E after that 4-2. Right into the D to C power chords. Okay, and then we got a little quick lead. We're back into another verse and chorus and stuff like that. So let's take a look at the lead that happens. So we're going to slide into that 11, and then we're going to go to the 12 on the second string. That was on the G string. And then we're going to go. So bending that 12 up and down, pull off to the 10. Okay, back to the 10. And we're bending the little 12 up. So we go up and down, and then we go up and down in that 12. So we got bending the 20 on the second string. And then we go 20, 17 on the second, bend the 19 on the G, down, then 17, 19, 19 on the D. So we got okay, back into another verse. You got the same kind of changes and stuff going on. Then we have a breakdown getting us into the main solo. We got okay, so this is the octave thing. All we're doing is the A bass and the other A here on the G string, second fret. But we have some pull-offs that make it interesting. Okay, so it's always just here we have a bass after that pull-off. And then you have like some pull-offs. So it's end of this we end up going okay, then that does it again, and then the lead starts. So it's and then the lead's like okay, so we have 19 on the D and 17 on the G, and it's kind of like a okay, so it's kind of, you have that lower and higher note kind of working together. Now we're going to go to this 14, we bar the D and G strings, we're going to have a pull off in the 17, 14. We got like 4 of those, and we got bending that 17 on the G, big bend, and then so we got the 17 up and down, 14, 14. Okay, so we got now here we bent into the 14, 14. So just a variety of weird different kind of bends, you know. So here we had a big bend, regular one, and we're always having that 14 as the low note. So 14, 14, 14, 15, 17, 14. So we got okay, so it's just a variety of bends on that 17th fret. 2 bends, and then we start getting a big bend. We got like 3 sets of the 17 and 15. Then 20 we're going to bend. So 20, 17, we're going to bend this 19. Back into the 17, 20. Do that twice. Then we go up and down. 17 to the lower 19. Okay, so we got this 19, 19, 19, 17, 19, 17. A little bit of a bend on that lower 19. Kind of slide that down. Now we're getting into this E shape. We're going to slide into the 13 on the G string, and then we're going to get in this bar in these 12s here. Have a pull off down here, 15, 12, the lower 12. So here we have like a regular bend and then a little bend. 12, 12, 12. Bend that second string, 15. So we got. And then we have. So 12, 15, bend. 12, 15. Up and down to the 12, 14, 14. Dump, bump, bend, and bend, and bend. So here we have a little quick slide into the 14 on the D. Okay, so just look at it slow. 14, 14. 12, 14, 12. Now here we have a 14 and 12, kind of a unison. Little 12, 15, bend here. More of these same kind of riffs, you know. So bow da dee doo da dee down. Then we come up here to the 19. Then we come to the 19. We got so two of these. Bend 19, 17, 20 then. Up and down. Down to that lower note. So 19, 17, 19, 17. Quick one down to that 15. That's 17. So it ends up being. Then we got like a into the 7, 5, 7, 7. Kind of bend that 5, so it's 3, 4. And then we got so unison bend, 17 on the second, 19 on the third. Two of those, 17 on the G. Bend that 20 on the second string. Come on down. And then you got it's kind of a slide up, down, and the 8th fret, second string. Bend it again to the 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. Okay, then at the end of the song, we got this breakdown where it's like. So it kind of combines like the intro and that kind of middle break because it has that kind of thing. So it's. And then the end is going to have these chords. D to C, A to G, and then you're back to A. I might do it way up here. All right, I ain't the one, Lynyrd Skynyrd. Hope you dug that. 3 pages of tabs. Talk to y'all soon.